Check 1 1 1 2. Check
It really
one
depended on the
1.
it really depended on the actual casino.
Miss. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and we welcome to Weekway Park here in Newark, New Jersey today on Raider Vision. It's Scarlet Raiders baseball. Visiting the Scarlet Raiders today are the 16-5 William Paterson Pioneers. This is an NJAC matchup as your 1-9 Rutgers Newark Scarlet Raiders look to get back into the win column this afternoon. We apologize for the delay to the start of this afternoon's game. We still have some protocols that are being worked out at the moment, but we should be underway momentarily. I'll be joined by Tom Kwiatkowski this afternoon. I'm John Heffernan doing the play-by-play, and it should be a good one here today at Weekway Park. We'll be back with starting lineups and the national anthem in about 5 to 10 minutes. Thanks so much, everybody, for joining us, and we look forward for some great baseball on this chilly afternoon in Newark, New Jersey. And welcome back to Weekway Park here in Newark, New Jersey for today's NJAC Conference matchup. The visiting William Paterson Pioneers taking on your Rutgers University Newark Scarlet Raiders in baseball action. We've got the starting lineups, and we are moments away from our national anthem. Batting first, the center fielder for Rutgers Newark, number 11, Lissandro Ulerio. Batting second, shortstop Matthew Ripkema. Batting third is the first baseman, Armando Alvarez. Batting cleanup, the right fielder, number 42, Andre Tirso. Batting fifth is the third baseman, number 28, Robert Gonzalez. Batting sixth is the second baseman, number 3, Michael Messino. Batting seventh, number 15, the catcher, Chris Selesky. Batting eighth, the designated hitter, number 14, Jamir Ramos. Batting ninth, left fielder, number 17, Nathaniel Nunez. And starting on the hill today for your Rutgers Newark Scarlet Raiders, number 10, Michael Cadams. And for the visiting Pioneers of William Paterson leading off, the center fielder, number 1, Steven Girolamo. Batting second, the shortstop, number 11, Matt Ferrara. Batting third, the catcher, number 3, Dylan Habib. Batting fourth, the third baseman, number 30, Steve Yellen. Batting fifth, first base, number 45, Carson Weiss. Batting sixth is the right fielder, number 7, Adrian Alarkin. Batting seventh, number 29, the left fielder, Frankie Dean. Batting eighth, the designated hitter, number 5, Dan Carter. And batting ninth, number 14, second baseman, Colin Lombardo. Starting today for the Pioneers is the pitcher, number 32, Jordan Mane. So our public address announcer is getting the starting lineups underway. We are moments away from the national anthem. Sun has come out here in Newark. Game was delayed a little bit by some last-minute rapid testing going on. Everyone's in the clear. And the teams have lined up for the national anthem. In the visiting orange jerseys will be the Pioneers, and in the home white pants, black shirt with red lettering is the roster and team lined up by the left field line. Your Scarlet Raiders. The head coach for the Scarlet Raiders in his first year is Connor Cortman, graduate of Babson College in Boston. His assistants are Ross Halkias and Josh Miller.
Number 9, Armando Alvarez.
The head coach for William Paterson is Mike Lauderhan in his 14th season at William Paterson, a 97 graduate of William Paterson. Assistant coach is Mike Santana in his 7th season, 09 graduate of William Paterson. And a couple more William Paterson guys, assistants Mark Palestina in his 6th season and in his 2nd season. The other assistant, Tom Gascione.
Head coach for the Scarlet Raiders is Connor Cortman.
Had an opportunity to talk to first-year head coach Connor Cortman this morning. This is my first game this year. He's very excited for this opportunity, and I believe he's going to be a great match. It will work out very well for the Scarlet Raiders. We're going to take this brief pause for this playing of the national anthem. that is our Star-Spangled Banner in the books. I'm excited to be on board here this afternoon. Do some other work for the Scarlet Raiders in their athletic department. I haven't done baseball, so it's my first game of the season. And the sun is out here at Newark, but keep in mind regarding the weather, it is extremely windy. Wind gusts up to 25 miles an hour, and even a little bit higher than that, up to 30 in some spots, especially over here on the water in Weekway Park. So as of now, the wind is blowing hard towards left center field. And it could wreak some havoc today for these guys. But they are almost ready to go. Calling the balls and strikes today behind home plate is umpire Frank Salesi. And in the field, we've got umpire Carl Villanueva. Quite a young team this year for Rutgers Newark. If this is your first game or you're just tuning in for the first time, over half the roster for the 2021 Scarlet Raiders are freshmen. And there are 8 position players going against Rowan, freshmen. So head coach, manager Connor Cortman not afraid to get some of these young guys into the mix. He's used to success himself, the skipper for the Scarlet Raiders in his first year, Connor Cortman, winning College World Series for Division III Babson. And we are underway here as the leadoff hitter steps up to the plate for the visiting Pioneers. It's Steve Girolamo, the center fielder.
Steve DiGirolamo.
Steve, hi, Tom. Glad you're here. God knows I'm going to need the help.
Had to go through the starting lineups, you know, acting as PA announcer.
That's
here.
right. Wearing many hats.
Yes.
Mr. Krichkowski. Ooh, he gets a load of that second pitch of the game, but it's going to be out of play.
DiGirolamo started all 21 games this season and has batted .247.
And DiGirolamo out of Dumont, New Jersey. And it's going to be high and outside. We got balls and strikes here. We have balls and strikes, right? Okay. And it is 1-1. That's going to be a ground ball to the shortstop, played cleanly. By the second baseman, I should say. Matt Massino with the putout.
Number 11, Matt Ferrara.
And we got a 1 away here in the bottom of the first inning.
Matt Ferrara, second best batting average on the team, batting .370. He's got 29 RBIs, second best on the team. 2 home runs.
Ferrara with a solid season. Pioneers 16-5 overall. One of the power teams in the NJAC. 7-3 in the conference. That's a sharply hit ball right up the middle, base hit. And the Pioneers with their first hit here in the bottom of the first inning. And their first base runner of the game in Matt Ferrara.
Now batting the catcher, number 3, Dylan Habib.
That'll bring up Dylan Habib.
Habib is a senior, catching today. 5'9", out of Wayne, New Jersey.
Batting .356 on the year, 22 RBIs.
And that's a base hit into left field. And sliding safely into third is Ferrara. And we got runners at the corner. Runners at the corners. And the Pioneers threatening
Number 30, Steve
early
Miller.
with only 1 away. The cleanup hitter. Now up to bat, it's this third baseman, Steve Yellen.
That was good base running there by Ferrara.
Yeah, he
Getting
got a
extra
good
base.
jump on that single, and was able to extend that to third base on the run.
There's a reason Ferrara's batting second. He's definitely totaled a lot of bases this season, and you can see right there as his smart base running.
Absolutely. And we've got runners in scoring position. That's a slow. Oh, they got him caught up in a rundown between home and first. Tagged out on the play is number 11, Matt Ferraro, and a good job in the rundown with the out coming on the tag by Selesky for the second out of the inning. Great job by the Scarlet Raiders. That rundown's not easy, something you practice all the time, and they played that to perfection as Selesky tags out Ferrara, who was the runner on third. He got hung up. Aggressive base running and a great play by the pitcher for your Scarlet Raiders, Cadams, who, rather than going up to first, had some field awareness there and caught the runner for the Pioneers, Matt Ferrara, in the rundown. So good defense by Cadams and the Scarlet Raiders there to hold this to a 0-0 game.
That was a smart senior play right there by Cadams. Instead of, just throwing at home or throwing at first, he made the smart play and looked Ferrara down at third. Ferrara overstepped himself and got caught in the pickle and eventually got thrown out.
Definitely.
Count now 3-1 here to Weiss. Weiss batting .388 on the year. The Pioneers' best batter, 20 RBIs, 7 doubles.
Big kid too, 6'1", a senior. He's going to draw the walk to load him up with 2 away in the top of the first inning. It will now be the number 6 hitter, the right fielder, number 7, Adrian Alarcon. Alarcon. Tough for visiting pronunciations, as we are not allowed to interact before the game with our protocols in place, which is great. Keeping everybody safe out here today.
Alarcon, another Pioneer, batting in the 300s, batting .328, 14 RBIs. No shortage of RBIs on this team. They don't leave many batters on here for the Pioneers. This
is true. 5'11" junior is Adrian Alarcon out of Belleville, New Jersey. He's a lefty, and he's got a great opportunity here in the early going. Oh, great pickoff play by the catcher to end the inning. A gorgeous throw by Chris Selesky, who caught that Pioneer runner sleeping, and a heads-up play by Selesky with bases loaded to nail the runner at third for the final out of the inning. And the Scarlet Raiders get out of a big jam here in the early going, and they are pumped up heading into the dugout for their first at-bat here in the bottom of the first inning. We'll be back right after this. It's Scarlet Raiders baseball on Raider Vision. And we're back here at Weequahic Park, Newark, New Jersey. In the bottom half of the first inning, about to get underway as the visiting Pioneers of William Paterson University taking on your Scarlet Raiders from Rutgers, Newark. Highlight, couple of great defensive gems by the Scarlet Raiders to get the final 2 outs of the inning. A big heads-up play by the pitcher, Mike Cadams, who caught the base runner, number 11, Ferrara, in a rundown. Caught him up between home and third for the second out, and then catcher for the Scarlet Raiders, Chris Zaleski, with a great pickoff attempt at third base in getting the William Paterson runner caught off of third for the third out. And our first batter of the game for the Scarlet Raiders. Batting first, it's the center fielder, number 11, Lisandro Ulerio.
Lisandro's played in just 4 games this year, returning back from injury late in the season. He's batting .231. Just 1 RBI to his name with a triple.
Right-handed senior, 5 feet 8 inches tall, out of Englewood, New Jersey. He's going to take a ball, called ball 1. Good eye by Lisandro as he digs back in. Starting pitcher today for the Pioneers is, and that's going to be Userio to a single. But Lisandro Ulerio jumped all over that one with the base hit.
Now batting the shortstop, number 2, Matthew Ripkema.
And a good way for the Scarlet Raiders to get things going as Ripkema now comes to bat with a runner on first.
Got to be aware of Ulerio on the bases. Very, very quick base runner here. I would imagine that he may try and steal here.
All right, so we're going to watch the speedster for the Scarlet Raiders. Sandro Ulerio, who's got a big lead off of first base.
1 of 2 Scarlet Raiders batting over 300 this year. Batting .320, 5 RBIs.
And Matthew Ripkema, the shortstop, squares away to bunt, showing bunt early, and it's a beauty. Excellent sacrifice by Ripkema. And now in scoring position is the leadoff hitter for the Scarlet Raiders, Ulerio, who, as Tom mentioned, is a speedster on the base paths. So Scarlet Raiders have a runner in scoring position for the left fielder, Nathaniel Nunez, who is that's Armando Alvarez, the first baseman, batting third. Armando is a senior. 5'10" out of Edison, New Jersey. J.P. Stevens High grad.
Armando's batting .219 this season. Leads the team with 7 RBIs. So with Lisandro over on second, Armando is the best bat to bring to the plate to have Ulerio score.
And he fouls that one way back and out of play. For those of you who haven't been to Weequahic Park, definitely a chilly day here as the sun goes on back in behind the clouds, but definitely worth the trip over here, whether it's for baseball or if you're into jogging, tennis, all sorts of golf, all sorts of stuff going on over here. Gorgeous, expansive park, great running trails, and an impressive layout here. Very well kept, very scenic, right on the water, beautiful spot. So Jordan Mane, or Mann, the right-handed pitcher for William Paterson, deals, and that's going to be a solid base hit into center field. Rounding third and being waved in for the first run of the game is number 11, Lisandro Ulerio, with a run scored. And Tom, you called it, the RBI single from Armando Alvarez to put the Scarlet Raiders on the board early here at the bottom of the first. 1-0 Scarlet Raiders, as they have been dialed in both defensively and offensively from the jump here in the early goings.
Now, I don't want to call myself a fortune teller, John, but I pretty much called that play.
Tom, Play the lottery tonight, buddy. Or maybe give MLB a call. They could use a fortune teller like you. All right. It's the cleanup hitter, the right fielder, number 42, Andre Turso, with a runner on first base. Turso batting cleanup today. And Alvarez with a big lead off of first. Turso. Oh, diving play. That's going to be a foul. They called it foul. Foul ball, but an excellent effort by the third baseman, Steve Yellen, diving for that ball. Steve is a junior out of River Edge, New Jersey. Good effort by Steve, but it's a foul ball. And the count remains at 1-1 with one out here in the bottom of the first. 1-0 Scarlet Raiders as Mann takes the sign. Pitching from the stretch with a runner at first. Mann deals. That's going to be high and outside. Ball 2.
I believe it's Manny.
Many, okay. I told everybody that, oh, look at this. A handy little pronunciation guide on the back. Who knew? Manny, there you go. Jordan Manny. Apologies for those at home and anybody close to Manny, Mr. Manny. And that's going to be ball 3, 3-1. And the left-handed Turso will take, call it strike.
Full count.
Full count now.
Turso, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention his batting average. He's batting a high .394 this year. The Scarlet Raiders' is best hitter of the season.
Turso out with Alvarez with a big lead off of first. Turso takes and draws the walk. So that'll put runners on first and second here in the bottom of the first for the Scarlet Raiders as number 28 for Rutgers Newark steps to the plate.
Now batting.
The third baseman.
Number 28, Robert Gonzalez.
It's going to be Robbie G. Rob's a 6-foot freshman out of Middletown, New Jersey. And one thing a lot of you folks need to be aware of is some of these kids who are freshmen never even played their senior year of high school. So imagine, because of COVID-19, imagine being a junior and then stepping into a position to be playing your first game since the completion of your junior year of high school as a freshman in college. It's a lot. That's going to be a deep fly ball handled by the left fielder for the Pioneers. Making the catch was Frankie Dean. And that's 2 away.
No, that ball landed in, John.
Oh, that fell in? We've got a screen here in front of us, so I apologize.
Definitely difficult to see. I don't blame you.
We're doing our best, folks, out in the elements. So
now batting the second baseman, number 3, Michael Messino.
So bases are loaded for the Scarlet Raiders. And at the plate is number 3, Mike Messino, the second baseman. So a huge opportunity here, Tom, for the Scarlet Raiders to increase this 1-0 lead and still only 1 away.
Absolutely. Mike Messino batting .194 on the year, 4 RBIs, which is the third highest tally for the season for the Scarlet Raiders. So Messino definitely has the hit ability to bring someone in. But like you said, Messino might have missed his senior year of high school, so technically the last time he played was junior year, and to put him in this spot, let's see how the freshman responds.
Well, manager Connor Cortman called Mike Messino one of his best utility guys in the field. Plays second base, outfield, does it all. So let's see what he can do here.
Counts 2-1.
2-1 again. Bases loaded, and it's real windy out there, and the temperatures are dipping. And Mene deals. That's going to be low. 3-0, great opportunity for number 3, Mike Messino. It's a right-handed pitcher against the right-handed batting Messino with bases loaded. And that's swung on, foul.
That brings the count to full here for Messino.
And this is with one away. That's probably one of the bigger pitches of the game thus far. As we got a lot on the line here. Full count, one away. And Mane deals, swung on into right field. It's going to be in there for at least a double. 1 run scores, 2 runs score. And it's an RBI double for Mike Messino, who delivers in the clutch as the Scarlet Raiders take a big 3-0 lead here in the bottom of the first inning at Weequahic Park. And this big conference matchup between Rutgers Newark and the visiting William Paterson Pioneers.
Now batting.
Huge hit
Number 15, Chris
for Mike
Selesky.
Messino. And Selesky will now bat for the Scarlet Raiders.
You know, and like you said, Connor Cortman said he's one of the best utility players, and he snuck that one inside the right field line, brought in 2 runs. This is one of the Scarlet Raiders' biggest lead of the season.
This is great stuff. Great stuff. It's going to take some time, as Cortman, the skipper for the Scarlet Raiders, was telling me. It's going to take some time. It took some time when he was in college, as not only as a player but as assistant coach at Babson. 7 years, he said, before they started to get into their winning ways, and he's got a lot of big plans in his first year here with the Scarlet Raiders.
You know, Jordan Manny comes in today with a 6.17 ERA, so not exactly the lowest ERA.
Nope, and it's certainly not going to help those numbers today.
Nope.
And Selesky takes ball.
All runs have earned. Clean baseball on both sides. No errors.
Mane deals. That's going to be fouled away behind us. Chris Selesky with the catching duties today. Chris is a senior out of Rockaway, New Jersey. 5'11".
Selesky has 3 RBIs this season, 2 hits, 30 at-bats.
And that's going to be chased down by the first baseman. A good effort, but it's going to be beyond the fence and out of play.
Selesky, you know, his numbers may not show up in the stats, but he's been putting his bat on the ball consistently all season. It's just he's flew out into a ton of outs, and it's just he just needs to start finding those gaps.
So he's making contact, but as Yogi said, you got to hit him where they ain't.
Absolutely.
But Selesky, good to see him getting some good swings on the ball, making contact. He's going to go down swinging here for the second out of the inning. That was a nasty pitch by Manny. He took something off of that off-speed stuff for his first strikeout of the game. And with 2 away now, it's going to be the designated hitter. Number 14, Jamir Ramos, Jr. out of Bloomfield, New Jersey, right-handed batter. Let's see what Mr. Ramos can do here with runners on second and third. Big opportunity. See if we can start a little 2-out rally here. As
one of 6 Scarlet Raiders started every single game this year, batting .069. You know, Jamir Ramos aggressive at the plate. He's got 16 strikeouts this season.
well, so it's time. He's due. Jameer's due for a little bingo right now. Little bingo, Jameer.
Absolutely. With 2 runners in scoring position, let's keep this inning going, Ramos.
Let's keep it going. Little baseball. Little bat on the ball here. Jameer pitching from the stretch is Mane as he looks, deals. Good cut by Ramos.
Ramos is just like Ulario in terms of if he can get on the bases, he is quick, and he will make the opponents pay if he's able to get on.
Yeah, it's at 5'10". Another speedster for the Scarlet Raiders. So small ball can come into play for these guys. Running on the base paths, moving runners around, scrappy ball as Ramos a little behind on that swing. Good cut, fouled away, and he's going to be in the hole. Deuce is wild, I believe. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the first inning, bottom of the first. Ramos with runners in scoring position. And that'll be called ball by the home plate umpire, Frank Salesi. And Manny deals. That's going to be inside, ball 4. Bases once again loaded for the Scarlet Raiders. Second time
Now batting. the
Rutgers
left
Newark
fielder,
has
number
loaded
7,
them up
Nathaniel
here
Nunez.
in the bottom of the first inning. And it's the number 8 hitter.
Number 9 hitter, Nathaniel
Number 9.
Nunez.
Oh, we got number 9, Nathaniel Nunez.
It's pretty good for the Scarlet Raiders, batting all the way.
Yeah, man, all the way through the all the way through the lineup so far. The number 9 hitter, the freshman, Nunez, playing left field today out of Roselle Park. It's going to be a called strike.
You know, Nunez replaced the stellar Adam Thompson in left field after Thompson went down with a season-ending injury.
Oh, well, you got to tell us a little bit more about that. Is Thompson going to be all right?
Thompson will be fine.
That's
Yeah.
going to be outside, ball 2.
Although the Scarlet Raiders definitely miss him. He was batting .667 before he went down. One of the Scarlet Raiders' best, definitely the best Scarlet
Was
Raiders'
it
best hitter.
ACL? What happened?
That we don't know. It's just season-ending injury.
Uh-oh. Well, hopefully he rehabs whatever it is that's preventing him from being out, and we wish him all the best. It's certainly a big loss for the Scarlet Raiders. Of course, I'm new to some of this news. It happened a while ago, but Scarlet Raiders not missing a beat here as their number 9 hitter, Nunez, will swing away. That's going to be played by Manny, the pitcher, who dives to make the tag, and he gets him falling down on the play for the 3rd out of the inning. Nunez grounds out for the 3rd out of the inning, but after 1 inning of play, your Scarlet Raiders with the early lead, 3-0 here at Weekway Park. We will be back with the top of the 2nd inning right after this. Thanks for joining us on Raider Vision.
Now batting. The right fielder, number 7, Adrian Alarcon.
And welcome back as we are underway here in the top of the 2nd inning. It's Adrian Alarcon, the right fielder for William Paterson. He takes called ball. And that'll be in there for a strike. This is Mike Adams. How's Mike doing this year, Tom?
Cadam's been mostly in a reliever role this season, but
Getting the start today.
yep.
And that's a solid shot into the gap. Oh! And it's going to be played with a gorgeous grab by the center fielder,
Lario.
who tracked that down and covered a lot of ground
Now batting. The
to
left
gather
fielder,
that
number
in
29, Frankie D.
as the defense continues to sparkle here today for the Scarlet Raiders. Another great catch and another defensive gem as 1 away, and that's going to get through for a base hit as Cadams gives up a single here in the top of the 2nd. And that was Frankie Dean, the left
Now batting the
fielder,
designated
with the
hitter,
base
number
hit.
5, Dan Carter.
To answer your question about Cadams earlier,
The designated hitter, Danny Carter, now the right-handed junior out of Bloomfield, New Jersey, with a runner on first, going to take his hacks up there, try to get something going for the Pioneers. Tom.
Cadams has got a 4.91 ERA this season. He's allowed 15 hits, 7 strikeouts, but thus far, he's been doing very well here for the Scarlet Raiders. First start on the year, he's had 4 appearances, no starts until today.
Yeah, Coach, the manager. What do you say? Manager Courtman? Coach?
Manager Courtman, Coach Courtman, both
Or
mean the
just
same
Connor
thing.
Courtman?
I call him
Manager
Connor.
Courtman sounds a little awkward to me.
Yeah.
So Connor Courtman, the skipper for the Scarlet Raiders, was saying, "Yeah, we're gonna give Cadams the ball today." He made it seem like it was kind of a last-minute decision. As you said, he's been mostly in a reliever role today, but
You know, when things just sometimes aren't going your way,
like to switch it up.
you put in
Oh!
the experienced arm, and so far
That's a
it's been paying off.
Solid base hit for the Pioneers. That was a big league shot out into right field. And that was, once again, Frankie Dean.
Now batting the second baseman, number 14, Colin Lombardo.
That was Dan Carter, the designated hitter, with that base hit. And it's going to be Colin Lombardo, the second baseman.
Lombardo batting .271 this year, 12 RBIs, 19 hits. Takes ball 1.
So Dan Carter, the runner on first, and Frankie Dean is at third. Runners on the corners for the Pioneers, as Cadam will throw over to keep the runner honest for William Paterson, as Dan Carter was taking a little bit of a lead off of first. And it's 1-0 to Lombardo as he gets the bat on the ball into the gap. And it's going to bring in a couple of runs. And sliding safely into second. That's okay. Sliding safely into second base is Colin Lombardo. And he will have a double, an RBI double for the Pioneers, as they get on the board with their first run of the game. So it was just a 1-run RBI for
Now batting
Lombardo,
the
not
number 1,
2,
Steven DiGirolamo.
as the runner was held up at third base. So runners in scoring position for the Pioneers on second and third. And it's going to be the leadoff hitter,
DiGirolamo.
DiGirolamo, the senior out of Dumont, New Jersey, playing center field today. Good opportunity here for DiGirolamo. And he's going to take a ball. And we got all even at 1-1. Cadams hoping to get out of a jam here.
DiGirolamo has been extremely patient at the plate all season long. He's been walked a team high 24 times. Nobody has even come close on his team. The next best is 13 with Frankie Dean and Dylan Habib. So Cadams is really going to have to pitch his way out of this batter, as DiGirolamo will not swing at balls.
Well, he swung at that one. It's right back to Cadams. Cadams gets a glove on an underhand throw to the first baseman just in time. Cadams stuck with that, kept the ball in front of him. Good defensive play, as he was quick like a cat jumping off of the hill to knock that ball down. And then he gave it the little underhand toss for the second out of the inning. And again, DiGirolamo, very patient at the plate. That's why he's batting leadoff. But he wasn't able to get on there, as we've got 2 away here with number 11, Matt Ferrara, the shortstop, as he gets that into the gap. And he's going to be in for a stand-up double and another RBI, or his first RBI of the game, but it's another run for the Pioneers.
Another 2 runs there, John.
Oh, it's a 2-run RBI? Why are they bringing him back?
Nope, he's just trading.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay, so it's a 2-run double. I thought they might be bringing him back. I don't know what. Maybe there was a base running interference or something, but it's not. Clean double for
Now batting the catcher, number 3, Dylan Habib.
Ferrara, and a 2-run double it is to even this ball game up at 3 with 2 away now. It's Dylan Habib, the catcher, senior, 5'9" out of Wayne, New Jersey. And Habib's got a runner in scoring position. Go-ahead run at second base for the Pioneers.
Habib singled.
That was a nasty pitch by Cadams. Took something off of that.
His first at bat to left field, but then was picked off at third, if you remember.
That's right.
To end the inning.
Getting caught up in the rundown. And just like that, we're even at 3, Tom.
Yep. Of course, the commentators curse. I said Cadams is doing well, and then as soon as you say that,
right,
William Paterson starts finding what they need to find.
Well, we can pretty much rest assured this isn't going to be a pitcher's duel today. That's for sure. As we are in the second inning and already 6 runs total on the board, 3-3. And Habib fouls that one off. It is 1-2. It's Cadams from the stretch, keeping an eye, taking a big lead off of second base. Is Frankie Dean. And that was a great pitch for the strikeout. And down swinging goes Dan Carter for the Pioneers. Cadams with a big strikeout there with a runner in scoring a position to keep this game tied at 2. We'll be back right after this. And welcome back, folks. We're about to get things underway as the top of the order. Coming to the plate now for the Scarlet Raiders, the leadoff hitter, number 11, Lissandro Ulerio. It'll be Ulerio, Ribkema, and Alvarez here in the bottom of the second, all tied at 3. Ulerio had a single in his first at bat. He's going to take a called strike.
The single was hit out to left field before he was eventually brought home by Armando Alvarez for the RBI.
And that's going to be a slow roller to the third baseman and a strong throw over to first. 1 away for the Pioneers. That was a good-looking throw by Steve Yellen. Steve, the junior, at third base today for William Paterson.
Now batting the shortstop, number 2, Matthew Ribkema.
And now it's the number 2 hitter for the Scarlet Raiders. Also wearing number 2, Matthew Ribkema.
Ribkema had a 1-3 sack bunt in the first inning. which moved Ulario over to second and put him in scoring position.
It was gorgeous play. Squared around early. Everyone knew it was coming. And it was a beautiful bunt for the sacrifice. And 2 away as the third baseman for the Pioneers. He's a busy guy today, Steve Yellen, with the putout for William Paterson.
There's a reason they call that the hot corner, John.
That's right, and limiting his pitches here in the second inning is the starter for the Pioneers, Jordan Manny.
Ever since head coach Lauterhahn has gone out and spoke to Manny, Manny has really settled down and worked his way back into this game.
This is true. And Alvarez, the first baseman for your Scarlet Raiders, is at 1-1. Manny still pitching from this stretch, even though we've got nobody on. And that's going to be a big shot over the right fielder's head. It's going to be in there for a base hit, looking to turn it into 2. And with a stand-up double and a nice piece of hitting right there for the Scarlet Raiders.
Now batting the right fielder, number 42, Andre Terso.
That's Armando's second hit of the game.
Armando with a nice shot.
He had a single to center in his last at-bat and then double to right there. Too bad nobody was on, otherwise there would have been another RBI for him. Terso walked in his
So 2
last
hits
at-bat.
now for Alvarez. And with 2 away, that's going to do it. As Terso grounds out for the final out of the inning. Score remains 3-3. We've got 2 in the books here at Weequahic Park. Top of the third coming up right after this. And we're back here at Weequahic Park. It is the top of the third inning. Now batting for the Pioneers. It's going to be Steve Yellen. Steve had a big hit in his last at bat. Steve playing third base today.
Steve hit a fielder's choice in his last at bat.
Oh, it was a fielder's choice, but he did have a run scored.
No, there was no run scored in that first inning.
What did he do in his first
He had a fielder's choice and advanced to second.
Oh, that was it. Okay. I don't know what I'm talking about. Don't listen to me.
And Ferrara was thrown out on that play in the
Oh,
pickle.
right. That's right. So Yellen looking to get his Pioneers going here in the top of the third. I look to get my stats going here in the top of the third. And that's a big swing, and he gets a ton of that as it's deep. Off the fence, I think, Tom. Again, our sight lines are a little compromised, but that's going to be a stand-up double.
That would be my guess, John.
As Yellen with a lead-off double
The first baseman, number
and a
45,
big shot
Paterson.
almost went out of here as
Still-
Yellen gets in a scoring position.
Still have yet to see a home run at this park this season.
Well,
People have
Carson
come close.
Adam Thompson.
correction by our scoreboard and stat
Our
crew.
crack statisticians.
I stand corrected as Adam Thompson hit a walk-off homer against TCNJ for the lone win of the season for the
I
Scarlet
remember
Raiders.
hearing something about that. It's a long time ago. Carson Weiss,
You know,
swing and a
between
miss. That
Doing
was
all the
a nasty
softball games and
pitch.
baseball games, they all sort of blend together.
That's
so
right.
thank you to Deirdre Mackin and Samantha Uter.
That's going to be inside and taking third base is Yellen on that play.
I believe they called a balk there.
Oh, they called a balk. I was going to say, that looked a little odd. So a balk and awarded third base is Yellen for the Pioneers. It's now 1-2. Cadams deals. Called strike 3. Gorgeous pitch by Cadams for the first out of the inning.
Now batting the right fielder, number 7, Adrian Alarcon.
Yellen, the runner at third for the Pioneers, as Adrian Alarcon, the right fielder, lefty, we'll take a called strike. 1-0 for Cadams, 3-3.
Nice curveball. Nice leadoff curveball there by Cadams in the outside corner.
And another nasty pitch by Cadams in the hole early is Alarcon. 0-2 in the hole for Alarcon. Let's see what he can do. He's going to have to be heads up here as Cadams is in a groove. He leans out and pokes that one towards left field, out of play.
Cadams has really been in the zone so far this game, minus, the 3 runs they got in the second.
Well, he let up a big shot there to Yellen. It stayed in the ballpark. But other than that, he's been very clean so far here.
If you're Cadams, you just want
third
ground outs here. You don't want a sacrifice fly to give Willie B a one-run lead.
This is true.
So let's keep everything on the infield.
Still early, but William Paterson, one of the best teams in the conference,
Absolutely.
if not the best, at 16-5. Good litmus test here for the Scarlet Raiders to keep up with these guys.
You want to see a pitch that's going to come down and have Alarcon hit the bottom of the bat. Nice little grounder. Keep Yellen over at third. Get the second out of the inning.
Yep.
So
One
let's
away.
see what Cadams has in store for us here, John.
Infield is playing regularly, not in with the runner at third. Maybe cheating a little bit, as that's going to be ball 2. Count now even at 2-2. Once again, welcome here to Weekway Park in Newark, New Jersey for the NJAC Conference matchup. All even at 3. 2-2 the count. Cadams from the stretch deals. And out in front of it. And tagged, what are they calling? Did they call that a foul ball?
Nope, they called it a ball. They're saying he did not go over the plate on that check swing.
Oh, wow. I don't know. I'm surprised I didn't hear anything out of Cortman on that one, the manager for the Scarlet Raiders.
No, I think we need to put a spotlight on Zaleski. He's done very well behind home plate this season.
Oh, okay.
Not letting many things get past him, as Cadams has put 3 pitches into the turf.
Good play by the first baseman, covering first. Covering first was the the second baseman on that play, and they called him.
That's an.
Well, we've got runners at the corners. He was safe at first.
Was there just nobody there?
Is now batting. It's going to be number 29, the number 7 hitter, Frankie Dean, who's playing left field today. So safe at first was Alarcon, as that came back to Cadams, and maybe some confusion on who was to cover. So runners at the corners for William Paterson here in the top of the third.
Very strange infield play there, John. Nobody covering first, so an infield single.
Infield single.
For Alarcon.
Runners at the corners. And Cadams throws over to first base. And Alarcon chased back by the pickoff attempt by Cadams. It is 0-1.
Dean singled through the left side in the first inning. Just looking to repeat that performance here and bring in a run to give William Paterson the lead.
William Paterson with runner in scoring position, the go-ahead run at third base.
Seems as though Ripkema
And Dean with a slow roller to Cadams. What are they calling? Foul ball?
Foul ball. As I was saying, Ripkema and Messino playing the shift towards the middle, leaving that left side and right side gap wider.
Yeah, there's a big hole there between the third baseman and the shortstop for the Scarlet Raiders. And Cadams from the stretch. The 0-2 pitch fouled away by Frankie Dean.
Scarlet Raiders looking to turn that double play here. That would be the indication by the shift, but also just trying to get out of this inning.
Yeah, with one away, that would be a good situation for the Scarlet Raiders. Frankie Dean may have something to say about that. Another pickoff attempt by Cadams. Alacorin gets back to first. Cadams has a decent pickoff move for a right-handed pitcher.
Absolutely.
You know, the lefties are able to get it over there a lot more, in a lot more of a, how would you say, deceptive way. Some lefties, some great pickoff moves by left-handers traditionally. Cadams is looking good out there, keeping Alacorin honest as he takes a big lead off of first. Oh! That's going to be just over the head of the third baseman for the Scarlet Raiders, Rob Gonzalez. And a run will come in on the RBI single by Frankie Dean.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 5, Dan Carter.
It was Carson Weiss coming in to score. Was it Weiss that scored?
Nope, that was Yellen, John.
Yellen, okay. So with the go-ahead run, it's Yellen. And looking at turn 2, but it's not going to be in time, are the Scarlet Raiders. Nice force out at second for the second out of the inning. Call it a 6-4 put out for the Scarlet Raiders, but the go-ahead run comes in before to make it 4-3. William Paterson.
Now batting the second baseman, number 14, Colin Lombardo.
And it's the number 9 hitter, Colin Lombardo, with runners on the corners. 2 away here in the top of the third. Lombardo, the second baseman. He's 5'9", junior out of Edison, New Jersey. Right-handed batter. Cadams keeping an eye on the runners from the stretch. Deals, and it's a strike.
Nice slider there from Cadams.
1-1.
Hitting the bottom of the strike zone.
What do you think Cadams' go-to pitch has been this season? Got some nasty off-speed stuff.
I would say maybe his curveball. I've seen him throw it a lot, and it's worked pretty much every time.
And that's going to be a put out 5-4 grounder to the third baseman, Robert Gonzalez, as he makes the nice play to end the top of the third. Coming up for your Scarlet Raiders, we've got Robert Gonzalez, the number 5 hitter. It will be Musino and Selesky. Thanks for being with us today on Raider Vision. Bottom of the third, coming up after this.
Fans, if you're looking to get branded Rutgers University Newark athletics gear, head on over to RutgersNewarkAthletics.com and click the shop button. There you will find all of our new Rutgers Newark gear. You can find just general Rutgers Newark attire as well as sports specific So once again, head on over to www.ruckersnewarkathletics.com and click the shop button.
And welcome back, folks. Now batting for the Scarlet Raiders is number 28, Rob Gonzalez, playing third base today. Rob's a freshman out of Middletown, New Jersey. He's a big kid at 6 foot tall, and the right-hander, the right-handed batter, Gonzalez, takes for ball 1-0. The count now as Manny deals, swing and a miss. Gonzalez evens the count at 1-1.
Nope, counts 0-2.
Oh, it's 0-2?
Yep.
We are here in the bottom of the third inning at Weekway Park. Gonzalez takes for a ball. Now 1-2 on Gonzalez. Manny, the right-hander, and that'll be a ball. 2-2 to Gonzalez. Notice Manny doesn't waste much time out there in the mound. He's big cut for the strikeout for Manny. Gonzalez swinging for the fences on that one. Pulled his head way out.
Now batting the second baseman, number 3, Michael Massino.
Got to try to keep your head in there as best as possible. Easy for me to say sitting over here, but at least that's how it was always taught to me. So one away here in the bottom of the third. Gonzalez he'll get him next time. It's a good cut by Gonzalez. Is the number 6 hitter. Mike Massino, playing second base today, is now at 1-0-2.
Massino had that big double to right field in the first inning, a 2 RBI double. Put 2 runs on the board for the Scarlet Raiders.
Big RBI double for Massino.
Down the count here, 1-2.
And Manny deals. Massino's going to foul that away. Wound it over the right field fence in foul territory to stay at 1-2. Massino, a freshman out of Bayville, New Jersey. And that's going to be strike 3. Down looking goes Massino. So quick 2 outs for Manny here in the top of
Bottom of the third, 2 outs.
Bottom of the third with 2 away.
Both strikeouts in this inning.
And that's going to be handled by the shortstop for William Paterson, and a nice throw by the shortstop for the Pioneers, Matt Ferrara, to end the inning. So a quick 1-2-3 inning as Manny continues to hold things down for the Pioneers. And we have 3 innings in the books. We will be back with the top of the lineup in the top of the 4th inning for the Pioneers coming up right after this. And we're back here. It's the top of the fourth inning, top of the order
Now batting the
for the
center fielder, number
Pioneers
one,
of William
Steve
Paterson.
Giralamo.
William Paterson with a 4-3 lead.
Oh, and 1 count here to Girolamo, who is grounded out in both at-bats. In the first inning, he grounded out to the shortstop. I'm sorry, the second baseman.
Cadams deals, and that's going to be ripped in a deep right field. Gone! Home run for the leadoff hitter. William Paterson Pioneers, Stephen D. Girolamo with the leadoff solo shot into deep right field. The senior out of Dumont, New Jersey, putting the Pioneers up now 5-3. And Tom, that was a shot.
Now batting the shortstop, number 11, Matt Ferrara.
If you said you hadn't seen one here at Weekway Park, well, there was no doubt about that one. As D. Girolamo with a huge shot into right field for the leadoff home run here in the fourth inning. Once again, 5-3. Pioneers now with a 2-run lead as Matt Ferrara will take his swings against Cadams. Mike Cadams, you got to just put that behind you.
That acts like it never happened, John. But like you said, yep. I said I haven't seen one, and he put one right over the right field wall. And the wind is blowing out that way, but that's gone on a non-windy day as well.
Yeah, that was just a gorgeous swing by D. Girolamo.
That's his second home run of the season.
Yeah. You don't normally see leadoff hitters displaying that kind of power, but at least the shot that we saw here this afternoon at Weekway Park was a nice one. And D. Girolamo with his second dinger of the season, putting William Paterson up 5-3. So nice. I've now said it
The catcher, number 3,
not
Dylan
just
Habib.
twice, but 3 times. And it's going to be Habib stepping up to the plate. Number 3 catching today.
Habib singled in his first at-bat and then struck out swinging in the second.
And Matt Ferrara grounding out on his at-bat for the first out of the inning. Habib down 0-1 as Cadams from the stretch deals. That'll be fouled off down the third baseline. So, Tom, everyone making the playoffs, I heard, this year
Correct.
for the postseason, which
Absolutely.
has got to be nice for this young Scarlet Raiders team to get a little taste of the postseason.
Absolutely.
As
and
they say, you can't ever make up for postseason experience.
absolutely,
So
that's where legends are made.
that's
And,
right.
If you remember correctly, 2 years ago, the Scarlet Raiders snuck into the playoffs and took down the top-seeded Rowan University Profs
That's right.
before losing, but then coming back and beating the second-seeded Kane University before eventually falling and getting knocked out. So a good long run.
Slaying the dragon
Absolutely.
with Rowan. Anything can happen, right, Tom?
Just make the tournament. But this year, everybody makes it.
And, you know, all it takes is a little momentum. As a sweet-looking play by the third baseman,
It's going to be an error on the first
but it's going to
baseman.
be unable to hold on to it was the first baseman for the Scarlet Raiders. But credit Rob Gonzalez with a nice throw and a nice play, but
Number 30, Steve Yellen.
the runner will be safe. And that was Habib now at first base. So an error called on the play. Error against the first baseman for the Scarlet Raiders, Armando Alvarez.
Now, the throw was a little short, but 100% catchable by Alvarez.
Well, he got a glove on it,
Yeah.
wasn't able to put it away. But nice effort by Alvarez. Like you said, it was kind of 50-50 on that one, but it was scored an error. And it will be Yellen back in to take his swings. Is now 1-0 for Yellen.
You know, like we're back to the playoffs, John. the way this season's going to work. 7 and 8 seeds. 7 and 8 will host the first round against the 9 and 10 seeds before
Okay.
the tournament gets going. So sort of a quasi play-in game,
Yes,
if you will.
yes.
And then once those games are played, the tournament will get underway with 8 teams, one playing whoever wins comes out of that
bracket.
7, 8, 9, 10 seed,
Right.
and then we move from there. Currently, Rutgers Newark Scarlet Raiders are sitting in the 10 seed.
So we could potentially face the 9 seed at
No,
home,
so
or
it's 7 versus 10.
7. Oh, 7-10.
And
I
8,
see.
9. So
7-10, 8, 9.
we'd have to get a 7 or 8 seed in order to host.
I see.
Currently, we're sitting
Oh,
in
so
10.
we'll likely be on the road
Correct.
at this stage, as the Scarlet Raiders are back in action on Saturday, as they are on the road in a doubleheader at Stockton on Saturday, starting Saturday afternoon. So still a couple of games to get this thing going here for the Scarlet Raiders, who are going to be back home on April 30th for their final game of the season, final home game, or the next home game, and final home game, I think. Yeah, April 30th, Senior Day, here at Newark at Weekway Park. As there was a brief timeout on the field. Stepping back into the box will be Steve Yellen. And Yellen swings, fouled away down the third base line.
That'll bring the count to 1-1.
A runner at first for the Pioneers. Yellen at 1-1. As Mike Adams from the stretch deals ripped foul down the left field line.
And we'll go back to Stockton, John. Stockton is currently sitting in 6th with a 7 and 8 record.
Okay. So, who knows? Things could turn around in the next couple of days here for the Scarlet Raiders. But it's all about William Paterson right now.
In 7th.
Strike 3. Down looking goes Steve Yellen, and that was a gorgeous pitch by Cadams for the second out of the inning. William Paterson holding on to a 2-run lead, and
Not batting. The first baseman, number 45, Carson Weiss.
And it's the first baseman for the Pioneers, Carson Weiss, batting 5th in the order.
I'm sorry.
2 away.
I said Stockton's currently sitting in 6th. They're currently sitting in 7th at 6 and 8 and 4 and 6 in the conference. So Rutgers Newark currently a game behind NJCU for the 9th seed.
And that's a deep fly ball into center field, but getting it under it for the final out of the inning was the center fielder for Rutgers Newark, Lissandro Ulerio. Nice catch by Lissandro. And after 3.5 innings, it's Scarlet Raiders down by 2. William Paterson 5, Rutgers Newark 3.
batting, the designated hitter, number 14, Jameer Ramos.
Welcome back to Weekway Park. Leading off now for the Scarlet Raiders in the bottom of the fourth inning. It's Jameer Ramos, the designated hitter. Scarlet Raiders down by 2. And Ramos, nice play by the second baseman. It's going to be a long throw off base. Ramos goes tumbling over the first baseman and might be a little shaken up as he had nowhere else to go but up as he hustled down the first base line and will be called out on the play.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 17, Nathaniel Nunez.
Oh, that was a gorgeous play by who put that out? Was it the second baseman or the shortstop?
It was the second baseman.
It was the second baseman. Again, we've got some sightline issues here, so I apologize.
That was Colin Lombardo who made the nice backhanded grab
And
off
Lombardo
the middle.
and a strong throw to get Ramos,
I believe
who's
Connor
speedy.
Corbin does have a good argument here. You know, there could have been an interference there.
Yeah,
by
I mean,
the
there was
first
all.
baseman.
Yeah, and that's the first we've seen Cortman come out. But yeah, again, tough to see. But Ramos got upended by the first baseman. I know it was the throw was in the dirt. I'm not saying it was intentional, but either way, there was a collision. But they will call Ramos out.
Yep, umpires
for the
confident
first.
with their original call.
There's only one umpire out in the field, so he's got a lot of ground to cover. Hit batsman there as number 17 gets hit by the pitch. That was Nunez, Nathaniel Nunez.
As some would say, the ball doesn't lie.
No, in this cold weather, I mean, people are bundled
Now
up
batting,
here
the center
today.
fielder, number 11, Lisandro Ulerio.
That can't feel good.
Oh,
I
no.
don't care where it's hit you today. It's going to sting. And then some.
Back from my college soccer days, anytime this weather was
Oh,
cold,
yeah.
anytime taking a shot off the thigh or anywhere, it
Yeah.
stung and lasted.
I mean, it's in the 40s today. I think Newark peaked out at around 50 degrees an hour or so ago, but it's dipped down into the 40s, and with the wind, it's definitely colder than that. The wind continues to blow out towards right field as Ulerio is at 1-0 from Manny. Manny deals, and it'll be called strike.
According to my weather app here, the real feel is 40,
There you go. Tom.
but it definitely feels colder than that, John. I can tell you that.
Oh, it does, without a doubt. Tom's like, Sam Champion over here with the meteorologist. I'm impressed. Tom's got the Doppler radar going. Got the satellite truck. No, I'm just teasing. But
Just trying to give accurate readings to our fans,
That's
you
good,
know?
especially as these innings progress. And with the throw to second, out by a mile. With a gorgeous throw by the catcher for the Pioneers, Dylan Habib. And now 2 away. Who was thrown out? Ulerio? No.
Nunez.
So Nunez thrown out on the steal attempt, and a great throw to nail him was Habib. So Nunez caught stealing, and now drawing the walk is Ulerio. As he'll take first base with 2 away here
Now batting,
in
the shortstop, number 2, Matthew Ripkema.
the bottom of the 4th inning. So 1 on, 2 away.
Rivkema 0 for 2 today. The sack bunt in the first, and then grounding out the third baseman in the second.
It was a nice sack bunt, though. Got to give him that.
It was. Brought in the first run of the game.
Ripkema from Waldwick, New Jersey, a junior, 5 feet 7 inches tall. Ripkema second in the order, second on the back of the jersey, and first in our hearts, Tom. Ripkema takes for a called
There's
strike.
a nice sinker there by Manny.
And Manny holding Rutgers to 3 runs. Has settled down a little bit since that first inning outburst. Offensive explosion by the Scarlet Raiders. Big lead at first.
Count one.
How's
and two.
Nunez's speed?
Nunez got some wheels. I've seen him turn what would have been just a runner from first to third into a run. So
Well,
he can
down
hop on his horse.
down 2. Let's see what Nunez does here, but we've got
Nope, Nunez got out. We got Lissandro Ulario.
Ulario. I'm sorry. Ulario going.
And we've already seen Ulario's wheels today.
And Ulario with the stolen base.
Nope, that one was fouled off, John. So that's stolen
he's
base
coming
nullified.
back. Apologize. No more excuses with this screen in front of us. We got to make do. So Ribkema counts 1 and 2. Manny deals. Ribkema fouls that one away. Count stays at 1 and 2. And it's Ulario, the runner at first base for Rutgers Newark. Ulario with a big lead off of first. Manny with a diving for the third out of the game was the shortstop for the Pioneers, Matt Ferrara, who gets the tag in the third out of the inning on the ground ball put away. And that's going to do it for the 4th inning. Pioneers hold on to a 2-run lead. It's 5-3. Raider baseball will be back right after this.
Now batting the right fielder, number 7, Adrian Alarcon.
It is the top of the 5th inning here at Weekway Park. Pioneers of William Paterson with a 5-3 lead, and Alarcon.
Alarcon, 1 for 2 today, flew out in the second to center field before hitting a infield single to the first baseman.
Alarcon takes ball 1. High, ball 2 from Cadams.
2-0 the count.
Alarcon, a lefty. Lefty versus the righty. Give the advantage to Alarcon. And good eye by Alarcon. It's going to be 3-0.
Cadams tossed 75 pitches so far. Not bad for 4.5 innings of work.
And that's going to be ball 4. No green light. No strike. No problem. Alarcon, 4 straight pitches, is on first.
Now batting the left fielder, number 29, Frankie Dean.
So maybe fatigue on pitches number 74, 5, and 6 playing a little bit of a part as Cadams is getting up there in the pitch count. But he's been pretty good overall. I mean, he's scattered these runs. That's going to be inside for 5 straight balls now by Cadams. He might want to take a little step off the rubber there to collect himself.
It's a good thing this game isn't at Texas A&M where they chant every single ball you have.
Do they really?
Oh, yeah. The crowd is right on top of you.
That
and
must
they,
be so
and they let you have it.
annoying for the visiting team.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my
Whole
gosh.
crowd just chants ball, ball, consistently
Oh
until
my
you
gosh.
finally throw a strike.
I don't even know if I'd like that in the stands, sitting there, to have that just be constant for 3+ hours. But listen, those crazy college kids, like the baseball's version of the Cameron Crazies over at Duke University. And that's going to be the first out of the inning on the fly out.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 5, Dan Carter.
Oh, Danny Carter now batting for the Pioneers. Dan, the designated hitter.
Nice pitch there by Cadams. Sent Carter ice skating.
Carter, big guy, a little over 6 feet tall. And Cadams deals, big swing by Carter, and he got a load of that one, and it is gone. Dan Carter with a shot into left field makes the score 7-3 as Dan takes his time around the bases. My, oh my, oh my. The bearded Carter jacking that one over the fence and left, making it 7-3 for the Pioneers as this one's been busted wide open as the skipper
Looked like
for
a
the
pitching change.
Scarlet Raiders is coming out, and that'll do it for the starting pitcher, number 10, Mike Cadams.
81 total pitches for his day of work. 7 runs.
7 runs. 7 of those earned runs. 81 pitches. 7 runs. So we'll be back with our relief pitcher. And who's in the game here, Tom? Can you see who that is? We'll be back right after this. It is 7-3. William Paterson with the lead over Rutgers Newark as there's a pitching change here in the 5th inning. And we are back here in the 5th inning at Weekway Park. Colin Thompson, the right-hander, now deals strike. Thompson replacing the starting pitcher for the Scarlet Raiders, Michael Cadams, who gave up 7 runs. 7-3 here in the 5th inning. What do you know about Thompson, Tom?
Thompson's made 2 starts this year. He's got a 1-2 record, 11.81 ERA. He's pitched 10.2 innings, allowed 21 hits, 17 runs, 14 of which have been earned, and has 3 strikeouts to his name.
And it'll be grounded to the shortstop. It's going to be a tough throw as making the most out of that
hit.
sprint down at first base for the infield hit.
Now batting the center fielder, number 1, Steven DiGirolamo.
So Colin Lombardo with a nice hustle down the first base line to get the infield hit.
That was going to be a tough play for Rip Kemen to pull off.
Yeah, that was tough. And that's going to be a base hit in a right field as Thompson is getting tested early here in relief for Cadams. He's given up an infield hit and a clean single.
Now batting the shortstop, number 11, Matt Ferrara.
And with one out, Matt Ferrara comes to the plate.
7-3 is your score as we sit here in the top of the 5th at Weekway Park.
Runners on first and second for Ferrara, the shortstop.
Really wishing my right-handed glove worked on a computer, John.
Right. We're gloved up here. We got hats, gloves, down jackets. And that's going to be caught tagging up from second is number 14, Colin Lombardo, as he tags up and gets third base on the play, but 2 away now. Heads up play by Lombardo, as that ball was deep enough to advance the runner, and Lombardo tagged easily. As Dylan Habib, the catcher, with a runner in scoring position, is now the batter. Runners at the corners for the Pioneers. And Thompson, the right-hander, big right-hander at 6'3", deals, and that's in there for a strike.
Habib 1 for 3 today with a single in the first, struck out swinging in the second, and in the fourth he reached on the error by the first baseman.
Thompson, just as freshman, that's going to be grounded at third base, bobbling it, but keeping it in front of him for the put away, and the third out of the inning was Robert Gonzalez. Listen, Gonzalez stayed with that one.
He's done well for the Scarlet Raiders
tricky hop, but you know that's textbook fundamentals there. Just keep it in front of you and good things can happen is what he did. He bobbled it but recovered quickly for the put away and the third out of the inning. Well, let's see what the Scarlet Raiders can do here as we are about to get the bottom half of the 5th inning underway. Scarlet Raiders down by 4. We'll be back after this.
Now batting the first baseman, number 9, Armando Alvarez.
Well, let's see what the Scarlet Raiders can do here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Armando has the only hit for the Scarlet Raiders since the 2nd inning. So 2 hitless innings for the Scarlet Raiders.
Yeah, it's going to be deep in a right field.
As that one's going to bounce over the wall for a ground rule double.
Ground rule double. Great job.
Nah, that's impressive. These are very high walls in the outfield.
Now batting the right fielder, number 42, Andre Terso.
So Alvarez with the ground rule double to get things started here in the bottom of the fifth. It was a big shot by Alvarez, the first baseman. As he's
Terso.
at second with the cleanup hitter, Terso.
Terso is walk and ground out to second.
That's going to be low and outside as Manny stays in the game. His pitch count getting up there for the Pioneers. And that's going to be in there for a strike as Terso takes.
Talking about pitch count, Manny's up to 72 with that pitch.
That's going to be outside. Three and one now. The count to Terso. Manny takes the sign and from the stretch. That's going to be high. Ball four. Runners now on first and second as Terso draws the walk.
His second of the game.
Terso's second walk of the game. So a little bit of an early threat here for the Scarlet Raiders in the bottom of the
Now
fifth.
batting the third baseman, number 28, Robert Gonzalez.
Rob Gonzalez now with the runner in scoring position. Tying run at the plate in Gonzalez as he squares around a bunt. Bunts it foul, looking to advance the runners. If you get them both in scoring position with only four runs to go to get this thing tied up with no outs here in the fifth inning.
Gonzalez got to be wary now. He already showed his hand. So the infield might play a little in here, and that's exactly what the first baseman is doing.
Infielder way in as Gonzalez will swing away as he takes a ball. No scoring around a bunt there. Count even now at 1-1. A little cat and mouse going on. That's what baseball's all about. Big leads by the runners for the Scarlet Raiders. And taking something off of that pitch was Manny. Way out in front was Gonzalez. Now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Got a runner in scoring position. Manny deals. That's going to be high. And a quick throw down to second. Made by the catcher, Dylan Habib. But not biting was the runner for the Scarlet Raiders. Going to be a ground ball cut off by the third baseman, looking to turn 2, but just getting 1 out with the force at second base. It's a nice play by Yellen for the second out of the inning. It's just the first out. My apologies. Getting ahead of myself.
Now batting the second baseman, number 3, Michael Messino.
And Mike Messino, the second baseman. Runners at the corners for Rutgers Newark. That's going to be low, ball 1. And Chris Zaleski, the catcher, on deck.
That one's low as well, ball 2.
2-0. Now to Messino.
Messino 1 for 2 today. Struck out looking, and a 2 RBI double in the first.
3 straight balls
Been
for
patient here.
Manny.
Could have swung at that last inside pitch. Took the veteran approach and just let that hit the glove. for the third ball.
Man, he's going to have to earn it here against Messino. So I'll be in there for a strike. Messino taking all the way. And Manny with the throw back to first base.
Sky getting more and more cloud covered as this day goes on. Fouled that one away. Full count. Here to Messino.
And Messino grounds to the shortstop. That's 1 and 2 for the double play. Manny getting out of a jam. And a good double play to end the inning, to end the top half of the 5th inning. We are 4.5 innings in. Rutgers Newark coming up. It's 7-3. William Paterson with the lead. It's NJAC Baseball here on Raider Vision. We've got 5 innings in the books. It's the top of the 6th inning here at Weekway Park. Stepping into the box is the right-handed hitter, number 30, Steve Yellen. For the Pioneers of William Paterson, Yellen's going to take the strike. 0-1.
Yellen 1 for 3 today with a double.
Colin Thompson coming into the ball game in relief for the starting pitcher, Michael Catums. Catums gave up 7 runs, and that's going to be a shot. Trying to stretch it to 2 is Yellen, and he'll be in there for the leadoff double here in the top of the 6th inning.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 45, Carson Weiss.
So Thompson, the big 6'6", right, the big 6'3" right-hander, giving up, is it 3 hits now, Tom, or is that the 4th one for Thompson?
Just the second, third hit for
Thompson.
Thompson.
Third hit. We don't want to get ahead of ourselves. Tough spot for Thompson to come into. Let's see if he can settle down here with big number 45, Carson Weiss. Oh, diving and unable to come into that one as Weiss rounds second. 1 run will score. Weiss will be in with a stand-up triple and an RBI as Thompson gives up his 4th hit of the afternoon in a relief role. The score now 8-3, William Paterson. And I got to tell you what, having a day for himself
Number 7, Adrian Alarcon.
for the Pioneers of William Paterson is Carson Weiss, the first baseman out of Rivervale, New Jersey.
Alarcon, 1 for 2 on the day with a walk. Singled in the 3rd, flew out to center in the 2nd. And
that'll be a base hit for Alarcon, an RBI on top of it, as Weiss will come in to score, and Alarcon with an RBI, making the score 8-3. Let's talk a little bit about this guy, Carson Weiss. Pull up his page here, Tom.
Carson Weiss is
at the plate today.
1 for 3 from the plate with a walk and a triple.
So Carson Weiss with a big triple.
Now batting the left fielder, number 29, Frankie Dean.
I thought Carson had a little bit more activity offensively today. Stats have been challenging today outside here with the wind and the cold weather, but we're hanging in there. Scarlet Raiders hanging in, but they've got their work cut out for them as they are now down 7 runs, 6 runs, 9-3. William Paterson with a commanding lead. Thompson with a little sidearm action on that pitch, and that will be the second out of the inning. It's the first out.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 5, Dan Carter.
Dan Carter. How did Dan do in
Dan
his last
Carter
at-bat? I know he's got a home run.
Is 2 for 3. The homer to left field, 2 RBI, and a single in the 2nd.
Yeah.
Fielder's choice in the 3rd.
Oh, it's the right hand hitting Carter that's had the monster day today.
I noticed you mentioned Thompson's throwing delivery. He can throw from multiple angles.
Yeah,
It's determining which pitch he's throwing. Sometimes you see that sidearm, and other times he'll come over with a more traditional motion over the top.
That's got to be scary as a right-handed batter. Have that stuff coming at you, especially when he's submarining it or close to submarining it. More of a sidearm action to that delivery out of Thompson. And Thompson, just a freshman, so lots of time for Thompson to improve his game, as Dan Carter will draw the walk. Runners on first and second now for the Pioneers. And it's going to be
now batting the second baseman, number 14, Colin Lombardo.
Colin Lombardo with runners on first and second. And we might have it's the third base coach for Rutgers Newark. Maybe asking about the order, Tom, the batting order?
No, I think we got a pinch runner coming in here for Carter.
Oh, it's the third base coach for William Paterson, who's now replacing.
Lou, what's his number? Thank you.
You got it. So that's the right call, Tom. Number 28 coming in, a pinch run. That's Vinny Teresi. He will replace Dan Carter at first base as the pinch runner. So Vinny Teresi, the freshman out of Bloomfield, New Jersey, coming in as a pinch runner. And we will have a pitching change as well, as Thompson will come out of the game. Thompson gave up 4 hits, and he is officially done for the afternoon, and we'll be back right here at Weekway Park as a pitching change is taking place here in the top of the 6th inning. William Paterson 9, Rutgers Newark 3. And we've got a pitching change here in the 6th inning, replacing Colin Thompson. He is the right-handed pitching number 27, Liam Winslow. Liam is a 5'10 freshman out of Woodridge, New Jersey, and he gets that first pitch in there for a strike.
Winslow's just made one appearance this year. This is his second. He's pitched just 1 inning, has 18 ERA to his name.
And strike 2, Lombardo in the hole early, 0-2.
As he's allowed 2 hits and 4 runs.
Let's see what Winslow can do here. He's off to a pretty good start at 0-2 against Lombardo. And now the home plate umpire going out to talk to the kid. I don't know what that was about. Again, Liam, just a freshman. As Winslow pitches from the stretch, that'll be high, ball 1. Runners on first and second for the Pioneers. 9-3. William Paterson with a commanding lead.
William Paterson's tallied 16 hits in this game to just 6 for the Scarlet Raiders.
And Winslow deals. That's going to be popped up out of in foul territory. Playable and caught by Winslow. Winslow getting right into the game action as he's thrown right into it. Heads up play by Liam Winslow for
Now batting the center fielder, number 1, Steven DiGirolamo.
out number 2. Good job, Liam Winslow. Nice to see the kid come in here and get his first out in relief against the first batter he faced. And that'll be strike. Winslow throwing lots of strikes early, which is good to see.
4 strikes.
Firing away. Here it is. Do what you can with it, William Paterson. Winslow, runners first and second. Bit of a sidearm action from Winslow as well.
I was going to say the same thing there, John. You took the words out of my mouth.
That's it. Winslow checks the runner at second. Deals outside. Count now even. Count now 1-2. 2 outs.
2.5 hours into this game.
Not much of a leg kick from Winslow. Oh, gorgeous pitch for strike 3. Down swinging goes number 1. Was that
DiGirolamo?
DiGirolamo, who's down on strikes, and Winslow looking impressive as he makes a nice play on the foul ball in foul territory. and gets D. Girolamo to go down swinging. Who do we got coming up here, Tom?
Coming up here is the catcher, Chris Zaleski.
We've got Zaleski. It will be Chris Zaleski, Jamir Ramos, and Nathaniel Nunez. Let's see if they can put a dent into this big William Paterson lead as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. 9-3, William Paterson back after this. And welcome back. We got a new pitcher for the Pioneers of William Paterson State. Left-handed pitcher Matt Lawler coming into the game in relief. He replaces the starting pitcher, Jordan Manet. Jordan did a good job for the Pioneers, giving up 3 runs as we are in the bottom of the 6th inning. And Lawler, the left-hander, deals strike.
Lawler this season has made 6 appearances, 1 start, has a record of 3-0 and a 4.18 ERA as he strikes out Zaleski there.
And Zaleski goes down. Lawler looking good with the first batter he has faced this afternoon. Lawler, a junior, 6 feet 1 inches tall. As I mentioned, a left-handed pitcher.
Number 14, Jamir Ramos.
Lawler out of Linwood, New Jersey, and Mainland Regional. As number 14 for the Scarlet Raiders steps up to the plate, Jamir Ramos, the designated hitter. The Scarlet Raiders down 6 as Lawler count now 1-1 as Lawler throws a ball to Ramos on that last pitch. Gorgeous pitch and a nice smooth delivery.
Lawler's
for
been
Matt
dealing
Lawler.
here.
Matt Lawler, 6 feet 1. He looks a little taller than that, but the lefty with a very smooth delivery. He's got a lot of motion on that pitch too. Ramos is going to fly out to the right fielder, and just like that, 2 outs. You know, not a lot of movement out of Lawler. He's got a medium leg kick and a very seamless.
Yeah, like you said, it's very smooth. There's no hitch. It's get the ball and just coast.
It's nice to watch, and he just gets right to work. Ooh. I mean, this guy's got great stuff, Tom.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jeez.
He's his ERA is better than their starters, so they're looking to close this game down with Lawler.
Yeah, he's just he looks to be, he's one of the, I mean, my first game this season, but he's the best I've seen so far.
I would have to agree
in the
with you.
Jack. And count now at 1-2. And getting a piece of that for the Scarlet Raiders is Nunez. As the count stays at 1-2, Nathaniel Nunez playing left field today, batting 9th. curveball in the dirt. So 2-2 to Nunez. 2 outs. Deuce is wild. As Lawler has looked impressive early in his relief role. Getting a piece of that as Nunez stays alive. Count stays at 2-2, 2 outs, bottom of the 6th inning. William Paterson with a big 9-3 lead. And Lawler takes the sign, and another curveball down looking is Nunez, as he seems to get paralyzed by that pitch, and I can't blame him. This guy has got good stuff, does Matt Lawler, the left-handed pitcher, the junior out of Linwood, New Jersey, shutting him down to end the 6th inning. We'll go to the top of the 7th right after this on Raider Vision. And now batting for William Paterson, it's number 11, Matt Ferrara, the shortstop.
Number 11, Matt Ferrara.
Matt Ferrara, 2 for 4 today. Single and a double.
And making the catch in left field for the Scarlet Raiders is Nunez for the first out of the inning.
The catcher, number 3, Dylan Habib.
Liam Winslow, third pitcher of the game for the Scarlet Raiders, will now face number 3, Dylan Habib. And that'll be in foul territory, out of play. So we got off to a little bit of a late start here this afternoon due to some tidying up we had to do. Game started about 15 minutes after its scheduled 3:30 start, and that's going to be a fly ball to the outfield,
Nunez.
putting away the second out of the inning. And once again, and it's Nunez. Nunez busy in left field here in the top of the 7th. 2 away.
Now batting the third baseman, number 30, Steve Yellen.
And Winslow looking real good here in the 7th inning. Yellen will take for low, a called ball, low. Nice pitch by Winslow, taking a big swing on that was number 30. Yellen, it's now 0-2 in the hole is Yellen, and that sidearm delivery, strike. Now it's 1-2. Nice pitch by Winslow. Sidearm delivery, that's going to be inside for a ball. Deuce is wild, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Winslow, the pitcher for the Scarlet Raiders, looking real good, making quick work of the first 2 he's faced. And that's going to be playable to the right fielder. And Winslow with a 1-2-3 inning. Good piece of pitching by Liam Winslow. And pulling in that catch in right field was Andre Turso. 3 up, 3 down. Liam Wilson looking good in relief as we will go to the bottom of the 7th right after this. Alessandro Ulerio leading things off here in the bottom of the 7th inning for your Scarlet Raiders. 9-3. William Paterson with the lead. We thank you for joining us this afternoon on Raider Vision in this NJAC matchup. The 16-5 Pioneers from William Paterson.
Alessandro 1 for 2 today with a walk.
Looking good. William Paterson's got a real stud on the hill right now in Matt Lawler. This kid has shut things down since coming into the game last inning. And swinging through that pitch was Ulerio. Count now 1-2.
And it's always beneficial to have a strong bullpen. You see so many MLB teams have throw out their stud starter and then only to fall apart in the later innings because their bullpen's just not there.
It's a moonshot by Ulerio and getting underneath that at shortstop, making the catch for the Pioneers.
Now batting the shortstop, number 2, Matthew Ripkema.
Matt Ferrara with the sun kind of going down. That wasn't an easy catch. Ferrara made it look easy. As Ripkema will take a shot against Lawler, who's been lights out for the Pioneers. And Lawler goes with a fastball right down the middle. 1-1 now to Ripkema. Man, I wouldn't want to go up against this guy. He has got some good stuff. That's going to be a little low. 2-1 now to Matthew Ripkema. Ripkema out of Waldwick, New Jersey, playing shortstop today. Strike. Count now even at 2. Lawler doesn't waste any time. Pitching. Oh, that's going to be down the line. Fair ball. Ripkema trying to turn it into 2, and he'll do just that with a stand-up double. As he gets a piece of that delivery by Lawler. A good 2-strike.
Now batting the first baseman, number 9, Armando Alvarez.
Double down the right field line, just fair. And a good job by Matthew Ribkema, who rips it down the right field line. Now Scarlet Raiders with a runner in scoring position here in the bottom of the 7th. Alvarez will take.
Alvarez having himself a game here for the Scarlet Raiders. 3 for 3, 2 doubles and a single.
He's had a great day. Man, he gets a piece of that one, and it'll be 1-1. Tom, when do they go with the lights? Is that?
The lights won't be turned on today.
Oh, they won't.
No.
Okay. Is that just due to whatever?
No, the sun. We have enough time with a 3:30 start that
I
the sun
gotcha.
won't be an issue.
You got it. I keep forgetting it looks darker than it is with the screen in front of us. So
Correct.
It's throwing me off a little bit. Count now, 2 balls, 1 strike. Alvarez looking to add to his collection of hits this afternoon, and he'll take called ball 3. Good eye by Alvarez. As Ribkema takes a fairly big lead off of second base, nobody holding him on. And Lawler. Ball 4. Lawler now putting the first 2 men on base. The second and third
Now batting the right fielder,
batters
number
he's
42,
faced this
Andre
inning.
Paterson.
And it will be number 28, number 5, number 28.
Andre Terso, 2 walks and a ground out here this game.
So Andre Terso, the cleanup hitter, with 2 men on and 1 away. Good opportunity for Terso to do his thing here. Try to get the Scarlet Raiders back in it. Start slowly chipping away here as they're doing against the relief pitcher, Matt Lawler. Terso turns on that Lawler pitch, and it's going to be deep into the gap. Diving play, and the catch was made by the center fielder for the Pioneers. Play of the day out in center
That was
field
incredible.
for Stephen DiGirolamo. Unbelievable catch, robbing
Now batting
Terso
the third baseman, number 28,
of at least a
Robert
double.
Gonzalez.
Was Stephen Girolamo out in center field for the Pioneers for the second out of the inning. Gorgeous play in center field
Definitely saved 2 runs there, John.
for the second out of the inning. Without a doubt, got to be the defensive play of the game for Stephen Girolamo. 2 away now in the bottom of the 7th. And it's Gonzalez, the third baseman, also a freshman. Lawler getting some big help and stepping on third to end the inning is the third baseman for the Pioneers, Steve Yellen. So after 7 innings of play, 9-3. Score remains 9-3 after 7. We'll be back after this. Welcome back to Weekway Park here in the top of the 8th inning in Jack Baseball. And leading things off for the Pioneers, William Paterson, is number 25.
Carson Weiss at the plate.
Number 45, Carson Weiss. Carson out of Rivervale, New Jersey, a senior, playing first base today. And that'll be foul.
Count now full, 3-2.
That
Here to
pitch
Weiss.
was a little low.
Weiss 1 for 3 today with a walk. He had that triple
And that's going to be
back in the 6th.
caught by the right fielder for the Scarlet Raiders. Andre Turso with the put away, one away.
Now batting the right fielder, number 7, Adrian Alarcon.
Alarcon now at the plate. 2 for 3 with a walk today. 2 singles.
And covering first on the play is Winslow. A nice play by the first baseman. Nice job of Winslow to get down to first base in time for the second out of the inning.
Now batting the left fielder, number 29, Frankie Dean.
Frankie Dean, 2 for 4. 2 singles, came in the second and the third. Since then has popped up to the second baseman and flew out to Turso in right.
Takes on that called strike. 0-1 to Dean. Ooh. Had to get out of the way of that one.
Almost rung his bell there.
Clearly not intentional. That one just got away from Winslow. And that'll be right down the middle for a called strike 2. Dean in the hole now, 1-2 the count. And he gets a hold of that one, but it'll be foul. Temperature dropping, Tom.
Big time. My hand is frozen to this pen.
And a gorgeous pitch by Winslow to end the inning. Dean getting called out on a third strike.
Back-to-back 1-2-3 innings here for
Yeah,
Winslow.
Winslow looking real good in relief as we're going to head to the bottom of the 8th inning right after this. William Paterson 9, Scarlet Raiders 3. And we've got a new pitcher for the
Now batting the
Pioneers,
second baseman, number 3, Michael Massino.
replacing replacing Matt Lawler is number 2, the right-handed pitcher Jason Rivera. Rivera's a senior, 5'10" tall, out of Clifton, New Jersey. And his first pitch will be low ball 1. Batting for the Scarlet Raiders, it's number 3, Massino, second baseman.
When Lawler came in, he had 2 strikeouts and allowed just 1 hit.
Yeah, he's impressive.
However, he was just a setup short reliever as he's been replaced here by Jason Rivera.
Rivera gets behind in the count here. First 3 pitches, balls 3-0. And that'll be in there for a called strike. Taking all the way is Mike Massino, second baseman for the Scarlet Raiders out of Bayville, New Jersey, just a freshman. And that'll be a grounder to the shortstop for the first out of the inning. Making the play for the Pioneers, it's Matt Ferrara at short.
Now
Ferrara.
batting the catcher, number 15, Chris Zaleski.
So 1 away here in the bottom of the 8th. And it will be Chris Zaleski.
0 for 3 today, 2 strikeouts and a grounder to short.
Zaleski looking to get his first hit of the game. Not going to happen here, as he will ground out once again to the shortstop for the Pioneers, Ferrara, who's been busy of late.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 14, Jameer Ramos.
Ramos now coming up to bat. I like this kid. Junior. Designated hitter, number 14. And that's going to be in there for a strike. What can you pull up Ramos there? How do we?
Ramos is 0 for 2 with a walk today. Grounded out to second and flew out to right field.
Man, that's going to be high.
Counts 1-1.
He's got a strong stance, this kid. He's going to break through sooner or later. So it's a 1-1. Ramos with a ground ball, and that's going to get through. Infield hit. Great job, Ramos, with his first hit of the afternoon. Way to go, kid.
Now batting the left fielder, number 17, Nathaniel Nunez.
So Ramos, with his first hit of the day, will be the runner at first. And Nunez, the number 9 hitter, with 2 away here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Good cut, swung right through it. 0-1 now the count.
One-on-one count here.
Rivera,
Nunez.
once again coming in relief for Yellen. Lawler, I should say.
Wild pitch there will advance the runner over to second.
So Ramos taking second base.
If it bounces before it gets to the catcher, most of the time, it's going to be a wild pitch. Most things that advance things are wild pitches.
2 balls, 1 strike. Rivera from the stretch deals. That's going to be outside, ball 3. 6:31, 2 away.
Nunez looking for his first hit of the game, but
And
he'll
he's
take
going
that
to draw
walk.
a walk. Runners on first and second. Little 2-out rally as Ulerio,
Now batting.
the center fielder.
The center fielder, number 11, Lisandro Ulerio.
Let's see what Ulerio can do here with 2 outs. Scarlet Raiders making some noise here in the bottom of the 8th. Down by 6. Oh, and a good throw down the line by the catcher for the Pioneers, but getting back safely for the Scarlet Raiders.
Nunez almost getting thrown out of first.
Nunez had a huge lead off of first.
Little lackadaisical getting back to first.
He was. And Habib's got a gun.
Yeah,
for an
made sure to
arm.
wake him up.
And that's going to be low in the dirt. Keeping it in front of him was Habib, stealing third base on the play. A nice heads-up play.
Ramos taking advantage of that pitch.
Yeah, good for Ramos. A heady play on the base path. Nunez check swing. Did he go?
1-2 the count. 2 out. Bottom of the 8th here. William Paterson leading 9-3 at Weekway Park.
Ulerio in the hole at 1-2. And Rivera checking the runner and swinging through that for the second out. Third out of the inning is Ulerio, and that'll end the 8th. And it will end the 2-out rally. Score remains 9-3 after 8 here at Weekway Park. 9th inning coming up right after this. Welcome back to Weekway Park and Jack Baseball, visiting William Paterson, taking on the Newark Rutgers Scarlet Raiders. William Paterson with a 9-3 lead as they come to the plate here in the 9th inning. It will be number 28 for the Pioneers.
The designated hitter, Vinny Teresi.
Vinny Teresi came in as a pinch runner earlier in the game. And Vinny takes a cut. That'll be a ground ball played nicely by the third baseman for the Scarlet Raiders, making it look easy. Rob Gonzalez. Not an easy throw on that, especially with the wind out here today and the temperatures dipping into the 40s.
Number 14, Colin Lombardo.
Gonzalez made that look like a routine play, and for the first out of the inning. Good play by Bob. And it's number 4 for the Pioneers.
Number 14.
Number 14.
Colin Lombardo, 2 for 4 today.
Lombardo out of Edison, New Jersey. It's my lacrosse number in college, Tom, number 14.
Okay.
I know a lot of people want to know these things.
Yes.
You know.
It's good to give some background on the play-by-play and color people. Helps
Please.
draw the fans in, really get to know us.
That's right. Well, after my performance today, I hope I haven't driven them away in droves, but we're trying. We're doing our best.
We're doing great here, John. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise.
And Lombardo is going to have a deep fly ball out to left field, and it's going to be foul. Chasing the ball on that play was the left fielder for the Scarlet Raiders, Nunez. We're at 2-2. Winslow deals. That'll be foul.
Count is full.
Full count.
1 out.
1 away here in the top of the ninth. Lombardo. It's in foul territory. Is it playable? Just out of the reach of the first baseman for the Scarlet Raiders. Alvarez giving chase. Count is full at 3-2. And that's going to be a base hit in a left field. And big turn at first by Lombardo, but he'll hold, and it will be a single for Lombardo.
Now batting the center fielder, number 1, Steven
DiGirolamo.
One of 2 home run hitters in today's
Also
game.
an insane catch in center field.
Yes. Nice little web gem there.
Kid's certainly one of the 3 stars of the game, if not the first.
This is his 6th at-bat here.
It's crazy.
He's 2 for 5.
Got such a smooth swing for what did it hit? Foul ball going into the parking lot. Some oohs and ahs from the crowd. I don't even want to turn around and see where that one landed. It made a big thump, though. I think it caught the roof, maybe, of one of the vehicles out there, but no damage done. 1-2. Now the count. That'll be a ball. So Winslow checks the runner at first, pitching from the stretch.
Girolamo struck out in his last at-bat. Gotta wonder if that's on his mind at all. Probably not, though.
It's got a smooth-looking swing. Lefties always, they get all the glory with that swing. It just looks better from the left side. Nice play with the shortstop. Look at it, turn 2. DiGirolamo will be first, safe at first. But a good force out at second for the second out of the inning, as number 11 will step to the plate for the Pioneers. Matt Ferrara, the shortstop.
Not batting the shortstop, number 11, Matt Ferrara.
Matt batting second in the lineup today, number 2 hitter.
Make one mistake. Oh my god.
1-0. And
Ferrara 2 for 5 on the day. It's been a while since he's recorded a hit, as hits came in innings 1 and 2. Since then, ground out to shortstop, pop flew out to
ooh, that's
center,
going to be behind him
flew out to left.
as Winslow loses control on that pitch. count now. 2 balls, no strikes. Runner on second. And Ferrara digs in at the plate. Winslow checks the runner at second. Here's the pitch. It's going to be outside.
3-0's the count.
3 balls, no strikes. 2 away here in the top of the ninth. Strike. In there
Winslow.
for strike 2. Winslow coming back.
Yeah, recovered well, down 3-0. Comes back, brings it all the way full.
As taking all the way is Ferrara.
This will bring up the payoff pitch. Let's see what Winslow has in his.
And it's going to be popped up into foul territory. And count will stay at 3-2.
Winslow might have to go into his bag of tricks here to fool Ferrara, get him out, and end the inning. And
Yep.
hope the bats come alive for the Scarlet Raiders.
Yeah, last licks. So Winslow deals, and that's going to be a base hit on a right field. Coming around to score for William Paterson is number 1. Was that D. Girolamo that scored for William Paterson?
That was.
So it makes it 10-3. So Winslow gives up the RBI single. And now batting,
Good catcher. Pinch hitting.
it's Armando Ovalis.
Number 24, Armando Ovalis.
Armando Ovalis will be the pinch hitter. He's a 6-foot senior out of Union City, New Jersey. He's going to take for ball 1. Runner on first, 2 away. Winslow. Strike. Swing and a miss. Ovalis got to be tough coming up to plate after sitting for 3+ hours.
In this
40-degree temperatures.
extreme
Low 40s.
cold, feels like -20. Can't tell me otherwise.
Teeth are starting to chatter, Tom. It's official.
I'm not built for the cold.
Ovalis with a long fly ball to center field for the 3rd out of the game. And we will head to the bottom of the ninth. 1 run scored by William Paterson to make it 10-3. We'll be back with the bottom of the ninth right after this. And we're back here in the bottom of the ninth inning, Weekway Park. Last licks for the Scarlet Raiders. Now batting, it's Matthew Ripkema, the shortstop. And Jason Rivera remains in the ball game, the right-handed pitcher for William Paterson. And it is 1-1, 2-0. Rivera deals 3-0.
My frozen hand is hitting the plus button too many times.
Yeah. Hey, as much as I'd like to see a comeback, I don't know how we'd fare in extra innings, Tom. But Jason Rivera, he gives up the opening.
John,
walk.
I don't know about you, but I'd sit here and turn into an ice cube to see us make a comeback.
Absolutely. Whatever it takes.
Now batting the first baseman, number 9, Armando Alvarez.
So Rivera gives up that first walk of the inning against the first batter he faced. And it will be Alvarez's turn. That's going to be way in the dirt. Wild pitch and stealing second on the play for Rutgers Newark.
That was well beyond the plate. That might have bounced in the turf, green turf before.
Ripkema takes second base.
Lost control of that one.
And it's 1-2 now to Alvarez. And Alvarez fouls it off. Ripkema, the runner at second. Alvarez in the box for the Scarlet Raiders. 1-2, and Rivera deals. That's going to be fouled out of play.
Good at bat here for Alvarez. Looking to keep his day perfect as he's 3 for 3 with a walk. 2 doubles and a single. And his last at bat came in the 7th, where he walked. Currently behind in the count.
Tom, that's
1-2.
one thing you got to see. You know, Rutgers Newark getting some good hits out of a bunch of their players today, despite the lack of run production. Some positives to take from the game today.
Absolutely.
As Alvarez will ground out for the first out of the inning. Well, what do you think about that? What can this Rutgers team continue to work on as the season slowly starts to come to a close? Second half of the season well underway.
Now batting the right fielder, number 42, Andre Terso.
You know, John, it's just about the players getting experience here. Like
Young team. I mean,
25 freshmen coming in, a lot of them being thrust into the starting lineup, getting playing time early on. And, you know, they just have to get their feet wet. Like you mentioned in the pregame, in the early games, some of these players haven't played since their junior year of high school. And
crazy.
To go from a junior to not playing, maybe playing summer ball, and then hopping right into collegiate play is very different. So it's just an adjustment period for these players.
You know, I got to tell you, too, and I'm not just being a homer here as this is a Raider broadcast, but I really was impressed with Connor Cortman. I had an opportunity to speak with him, his first-year skipper out of Babson College in Boston, and went to the Petty School in New Jersey. His old man's the head coach at LIU for the last 15-plus years. That's going to be a fly ball into
left field,
foul ball. And he's from a baseball family, and he's got a lot of high hopes and a lot of high expectations. Again, I'm talking about the first-year manager for Scarlet Raiders, Connor Cortman. So a lot of youth on his side, a lot of youth on his team, and a lot of enthusiasm. I liked what he had to say about this plan he's got. Is really looking forward to getting into the recruiting game this summer, and I think the sky's the limit for this team in the next few years. That's going to be bobbled by the first baseman, and he makes a recovery for the put-away, and that will be out number 2.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 28, Robert Gonzalez.
So again, the next game for the Scarlet Raiders will be Saturday, a doubleheader at Stockton. Stockton's what, Tom? Second, third in the league?
Stockton is currently in 7th.
Oh, 7th. I'm sorry. So it's Rowan first at 11 and 9 and 1 in the conference. Montclair State at 7 and 3. Number 2 in the conference. So Tom, the postseason is going to be 10 versus 7.
7.
So as of now, Rutgers Newark in the 10th spot for the postseason. It'd be good to see some of these young guys get some postseason experience. The next home game here at Weekway Park is going to be Senior Day, April 30th. And that'll be the final game of the season. Is that right, Tom?
Correct. That'll be against Ramapo College, the Roadrunners.
Well, we look forward to that. And that will be our next broadcast, right? For
No,
Raider Vision?
No, next Raider Vision broadcast is Saturday softball.
No, I mean for baseball.
Baseball, yes.
Yeah, there you
The
go.
30th.
But Saturday, yeah, we look forward to seeing you guys Saturday. Feel free to join in. That'll be a doubleheader Saturday as the women
It's supposed to be a beautiful day,
are
70
getting at it.
degrees.
70 degrees, and that's going to do it here from Weekway Park as getting the final strikeout of the game for the Pioneers is Jason Rivera. Final score, Rutgers Newark 10, Scarlet Raiders 3. Pioneers improved to 6, 17 and 5, 8 and 3 in the conference, and the Scarlet Raiders will fall to 1 and 10 overall. We thank you so much for joining us, everybody. Be sure to tune in on April 30th for Men's Baseball Senior Day. They're on the road this Saturday at Stockton. We've got Women's Baseball next on Raider Vision. That's coming up this Saturday. Be sure to tune in. On behalf of everybody at Rutgers University Newark, Athletic Director Mark Griffin, Sports Information Director, Color Commentator, PA Announcer Tom Krichkowski, I'm John Heffernan. We'll see you real soon. And remember, everybody, let's go Scarlet Raiders! We'll see you next time. Have a great night.